Welcome back to the filmic debate. Peter Bradshaw here from The Guardian, and I want to start with a very intriguing meta movie, or movie within a movie, Black Bear, starring one of my favourite comedy performers, Aubrey Plaza, who plays a filmmaker turning up at a beautiful lakeside house as the guest of a mysterious couple played by Sarah Gadon and Christopher Abbott. There is a weird, tense, sexual dynamic between them. And can we be sure that we know exactly what is going on?
You're Allison?
Yeah. You're Gabe? Hi, I'm Allison.
Oh, I know. I'm Blair.
You're really pretty.
You are too.
You used to be an actress and now you're a director. Why'd you give it up?
I didn't.
So, do you guys have a plan for this place?
I don't really know what we're doing.
We were living in Brooklyn and it was getting so expensive. And we weren't really working, so.
No.
I figured if I never learned how to cook, then I would never become a housewife.
You're really hard to read.
Yeah, you know what? I get that all the time.
Aubrey Plaza's fan base, which includes me, are all still mildly obsessed with her classic performance in the TV comedy Parks and Recreation as the sulkily detached and cynical April Ludgate, and to some extent that part has shaped the rest of her career ever since, and I felt that her movie roles have never quite measured up to the glory that was April in Parks and Rec, though I have enjoyed her appearance in Jim Hoskins' An Evening with Beverly Luff Lynn. But her performance in Black Bear takes her career, I think, to the next level. It builds on her talent for deadpan drollery and her cool, almost leonine poise. But it adds something new to the mix, something more emotionally mature, a new complexity and woundedness. Basically, we see in Black Bear a very plausible kind of vulnerability in this portrayal of a sexually troubled filmmaker. Here is the poignant inner self hidden behind the smart-ass mannerisms. And this is disclosed in a very tense and absorbing puzzle box of a story. Black Bear is streaming now. Emerald Fennell's Promising Young Woman is a ferocious black comedy about rape revenge, which sports provocatively with the concept of entrapment and #NotAllMen. Carey Mulligan gives an excellent performance, her best since playing Michael Fassbender's sister in Steve McQueen's Shame, as Cassandra, a young woman who pretends to be falling down drunk in clubs to entice a particularly noxious sort of male predator who announces himself as a nice guy to offer to take her home and then do away with consent. But Cassandra plans to snap back into sobriety at a strategic moment.
Whisper something in your ear.
Good God almighty. You know, they put themselves in danger, girls like that.
It was a perverted thing to say.
You'd think you'd learn by that age, right?
Please lay down. What are you doing? It's okay, Kate, you're safe. What are you doing?
Hey, I said, what are you doing?
Weirdly, Promising Young Woman reminded me a little of the 1940 comedy The Philadelphia Story, when Katharine Hepburn awakens hungover and amnesiac after her drunken evening with James Stewart, and is told by him that nothing happened. Quote, "You are a little worse, all the better, for wine, and there are rules about that," unquote. That film is unusual for 1940 or even 2021 in making those rules explicit. Promising Young Woman has been marked by a lively critical debate in mainstream and social media. Variety magazine culpably lost its nerve and apologised for a review in which Carey Mulligan was criticised for looking wrong and being miscast. And then again this year on Twitter, the film was challenged, or perhaps rather called out, for what some see as a specious and fundamentally conservative ending, wrapped in a slick, parodically rom-com style. Male critics like me, who admire the film, were allowed to do so on the understanding that we were liking it for the wrong reasons, or that we didn't get it, or that we had got it all wrong. Now, I don't think that I have got it wrong any more than its detractors have got it wrong. The thing that I would say is that Promising Young Woman is not a journalistic opinion piece or a Twitter thread. It is an artwork whose complexities or contradictions, those things which appear to make it problematic, are the things which give it artistic life, especially as I have said before, a subversive and satirically insurgent black comedy. It's time to talk about a very interesting movie from Argentinian filmmaker Francisco Marquez called A Common Crime, all about guilt and the return of the repressed. Elisa Caricayo there playing Ceci, a well-to-do sociology professor and single mum in Buenos Aires, whose maid one day introduces Ceci to her teenage son, a rather hulking, glowering young man, maybe with a learning difficulty, who makes Ceci feel just a little nervous. Later that week, in the middle of the night, there is a pounding on the door. Ceci looks out to see who it is, and it is this young man. She is too scared to open up. The next day, she learns his dead body has been recovered from the river. He has been chased down and killed by brutal cops. Ceci is too ashamed to confess to her maid that she could have saved her son, and she begins to suspect that he is haunting her. As a parable of middle-class prosperity and guilt. This is something to compare with the Dardennes film The Unknown Girl, or Lucretia Martel's The Headless Woman, or perhaps with Michael Haneke's modern classic Hidden, about France's hidden anguish and shame, about the killing of the Algerian protesters during the Nuit Noire of 1961. I think that, like Hidden, this is also about what it takes to be a middle or upper middle-class success, particularly in a visible profession like media or academe. People who have done well for themselves in this or many another walk of life have experience in swallowing shame or anxiety and fear and presenting as absolutely fine. They have succeeded in life because they have not paused to think much or at all about these agonies, the occasions either of their own guilt or someone else's, because that might deflect their all-important career path. A Common Crime is an excellent film, and if you still haven't seen A Headless Woman or Hidden, then please do so. That's it for the time being. Please read my book, The Films That Made Me, which is an edited selection of my essays and reviews for The Guardian. Please also give this vlog a like and a share on social media, and please subscribe to this YouTube channel and leave a comment to say that you've subscribed. I want to sign off with a big thank you to the great Gareth Roy for his input. See you next week.